It's August 6, 11 o'clock. Sun is out, a little bit of cloud. So let's see, the solar panel is out, powering up the solar pump we in place recently. So we had to move the casing from the other place because it no longer is viable. The sun just came in. So at 11 o'clock, it's 41 volts and 4.3 amps, 175 watts. So that's the pump. The pump is down 18 meters, so it's not really running at 48. Ideally it needs to run at 60 volts. So when we do bring it down to Mangandingay, we have to make sure that it has the appropriate voltage. So I have on standby a power supply with it. The casing that was here was no longer viable. There were too much sand caving in. We couldn't pump out the sand, and so we gave up on this hole. Unfortunately, we didn't learn a lot from previous experiences. So if ever you want to do this, place the casing, have the casing to be about 24 meters. It has to sit on the rocks to cover them the sand. So that's what happened. We couldn't use it. We tried twice, and that was a waste of time. We had to move somewhere else and get water. So the solar panel for the Mangandingay came, so we're gonna test that. We're actually putting two submer into the casing, the household submer and the solar panel submer. So we're gonna test them both at the same time. This is the new location of the casing. I emplaced two submersible in here. One is the solar powered pump, and the other one is going to be the household submersible. So what I'm doing here is scouring the casing, removing the sand. So the submersible will be the household submersible will be connected to the tank. So you can see the jet pump is close by. So here I'm having the solar powered pump running. So the solar panel that I wanted to use, they were unable to ship. It's too big. So I found another seller. Unfortunately, what I got was 320 watt power, and it's not enough to turn on the motor. So I have to series the 200 watt solar panel. So these two are actually in series. So right now it's hard to see. Actually, it's even difficult to see. Anyway, the voltage is 42 volts, and the current though is 4.65 amps. So you can multiply that and get the watt. The meter actually gives me 195 watt, which translates to 0.6 kilowatt hour. So too bad you can't see it. It's the display opaque. So this switch allow me to go from solar to DC power. So with that off, the pump is off. With this, so you can see the motor is on, and it'll just come out the water. It takes a few seconds for the pump to energize and push the heavy water. So basically that's what it is. So I'm going to connect the AC power so you can see the difference. So this is the DC power supply. It's AC to DC, 65 volts. Now the 65 volts is heavily loaded, especially with a cold motor. It's actually going up to be less than 9 amps, 8.6 amps when the motor is cold. So with this switch, right now the sun is hidden by the clouds, so there's not enough power to make the pump push water. So right now it's 33 volts. So it has to be really bright or have multiple solar in series and parallel to give you that power that the motor needs. So with the power, I can switch to AC power, AC to DC power. So here I have it on. Actually it's off. Why is that? So I've plugged the AC power. So the voltage here is 57.9 volts, and the current door is 7.83 amps, and the power is 453 watts. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes to energize the pump. Ideally, it needs to be at 60 volts. I think 48 volts is too low. For example, I switched to solar. Solar is 35 volts right now, 22.7 amps, 100 watt. So there's no water being pumped out using solar. Just a little bit. Actually, the sun came out. Now it's 35 volts, and so it trickles to that at 35 volts. With this on AC power, so you can see the difference. More water come out because more power is being given to the pump. So what I am implementing here is dual power, solar or AC. So solar when it's sunny, of course it's not sunny, and AC when it's cloudy. So now my thought is to control this, the ability to send solar power versus, and then switch to AC. So that's what it looks like. So right now the sun is coming out, and it's at 43 volts, 4.7 amps, and so that's what it looks like. 43 volts, 200 watts. That's what it look at. 200 watts look like. So this is the system: power supply, solar panel, pump. You guys have seen the pump in previous video, and also you guys have seen how we drill a hole and then place a casing. So there's nothing mysterious about these.